What's going on, folks? It is game day. Good morning, folks. This is Coach Marcus, Pro Fan, talking. It is game day. Cowboys come to Philly. People are already showing up at the stadium. 6 o'clock this morning. This game is special, and they're ready to get it on and popping. Some news that popped off the last couple of days as we get ready to start this street fight in Philly. Taylor Steen looks like he's going to be starting. Sua Opeta is going to be back up. I'm going to trust Jeff Stoutland's opinion on this one. He's the guy. He's the best offensive line coach in the league. And if he says Tyler Steen is the man to start, he's going to be the man to start. Now, he had a good game against Washington. He had limited snaps. He had about 10, 11 snaps. So everybody's reviewing those 10, 11 snaps, and he did look good. However, he's going against a much better defense and a much better player in Micah Parsons, who probably is going to be bouncing around the line of scrimmage all game. So we'll see how he does today. This will be his ultimate test. Don't get that twisted. Rashad Penny is active. That was a surprise to me. Are we going to use him today? Or is he basically just taking the spot of Boston Scott, who is inactive for personal reason? Hope everything's all right with that. But normally when they say it's personal reasons, usually that's a family issue. So we hope everything's good with Boston Scott. But Rashad Penny is active. Let's see if he gets any snaps. He's a little bit bigger body. My concern would be, as a running back, you know how you can get those rusty legs if you're not getting any snaps. You need a little bit more than what's going on in practice. So if he does get some snaps today, let's hope he's up to speed and he can get those legs, get that turnover going and be up to par. I heard Dan Silio's comments about his report that receivers were laughing at the DBs. Whether it's true or not makes no difference to me whatsoever. That's bulletin board material. I don't know why. I mean, I understand why Cilio would say something like that. That's, his takes are usually extreme when it comes to that, but that's not really extreme. But I'm kind of like, why? The only thing it does, it just generates clicks. Whether it's true or not is irrelevant at this point. So they were laughing. That happens in every locker room. You're looking at certain situations. And if you're confident in your game, bring it. Doesn't matter if you're laughing or not. Happens all the time. So at the end of the day, the Philadelphia Eagles have to bring that same intensity like they did against Miami. So Dallas's passing attack is not as good as the Miami Dolphins. And you see what we did to Miami. So we got to bring that same intensity, that same style of game plan to Dallas. Nothing changes. So if they laughing, they laughing. So what? At the end of the day, laughing ain't got nothing to do with what you do on the field. So to me, that was just clickbait. Did it work? I don't know. They talking about it, so maybe it did. So moving on. Kevin Byard should definitely have a better week this week. He probably shouldn't have played last week. But him being experienced, it wasn't much of a problem, him getting in the game and being able to play adequately. I won't say at a high level because he did look a little bit lost out there a couple times, but now he's got a week to digest what's going on. And somebody like that, somebody with that much experience, you've probably seen and heard it all. So all you got to do is adjust your verbiage, and you got to get that muscle memory a little bit used to what's going on here in Philly as opposed to Tennessee. There's nothing you can do to avoid that. Sometimes you hear a certain phrase or a certain coverage, and in Tennessee, you may have done something a little bit different. Well, down here in Philadelphia, you got to run it a little bit different than what they were doing in Tennessee. So you got to get used to stuff like that, the changes, the differences, tomato type thing. We called it one thing over here. Now you're calling it something else, but it's basically the same thing. So basically it's getting your mind together and getting your muscle memory together and all the new verbiage and what you have to do. So I think Kevin Byard should have a much better game. I hope he's right. I hope he does get another pick on Dak Prescott. So defense is going to win this game. If the defense keeps playing like they played last week, we might have problems. So we got to tighten it up. We got to tighten it up like we did that second half in L.A., but we can't wait that long. I want dominance on that line of scrimmage from the beginning, so we'll see what's going to happen. I'm looking for Jalen Carter to have a good game. I'm looking for Josh Sweat to have a good game. I'm looking for Hassan Reddick to have a good game. Dallas has got a problem at center, and they have a problem at left tackle. So not sure who's starting at left tackle because their starting left tackle is hurt. Their backup is questionable. So that leaves their third string or somebody they're going to move from another spot. So we'll see if we can exploit that in the game today. And I am looking for Josh Sweat, Jalen Carter, and Hassan Reddick to really eat. Also, look for Fletch to get a lot of pressure, because I'm thinking that left tackle spot is going to be a weak spot for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see if we can exploit it. And that's pretty much it. At the end of the day, what we got to do to win this game does not change from week to week. We got to win the line of scrimmage. We need to run the ball successfully, and we got to be better on third, mid, and third long situations. Anything 3rd and 5 and more, our defense has got to be better. We got to play better in zone, because Dallas is known for being a zone killers, and we have got to be better with that. So again, if we can put that same type of pressure like we did against Miami, I don't think we'll have a problem with this game. So obviously we don't need turnovers, because Dallas takes the ball, their defense takes the ball away, and they score points. So we got to eliminate that. We cannot shoot ourselves in the foot. We are at home. We're going to have the crowd, and we're going to be rocking. So let's put our best foot forward. Let's dominate the line of scrimmage, and let's kick these Cowboys' butts back to Dallas. If you like this content, please hit that subscribe button, click on that notification bell, and if you don't mind, go to my channel, click that top 10 playlist, and play all, and we're going to keep it moving. Go Birds.